Thanks for tuning into the BoshNRoll channel. Liking and subscribing the channel is free and easy, and it helps me out a lot. If you want to go a little farther with your support, I have Patreon and YouTube membership available, which includes access to the BoshNRoll Discord server, early access to things I'm working on, sideboard plans, cards I'm buying. You could have me play your deck on the channel, and the highest tiers come with individual coaching sessions. If you use the YouTube membership option, you get sweet, unique YouTube badges and emotes for the channel. If you want to play what I'm playing, you can use the code BoshNRoll to support my channel while you shop for cards at tcgplayer.com. And if you're playing on Magic Online, a cardhoarder.com loan account can let you play any deck anytime. If you want to wear your support, there is BoshNRoll merch available. All of these links are in the video description below. Thank you so much for watching. Now let's go play some Magic. Welcome back to the BoshNRoll channel. Today I am playing Legacy, and this is at the request of Patreon subscriber Jacob. I am revisiting a deck that I played on the channel last year. This is Green Painter Servant. Last time I played this deck, it was Simic. It had Oko in it. Obviously, you can't play that card anymore. And that was a card that plugged a lot of gaps, like let you do a lot of goofy stuff. It was a removal, it was a threat, it was just like, a card that could carry an otherwise questionable deck on its own. But Oko's gone, and now I have to let this deck carry itself. And what the deck's trying to do is Painter Servant is the key card, and you want to paint everything green. Then once you paint everything green, you can either grindstone your opponent's deck into the graveyard, and things don't have to be green to do that. You can name any color for that one. But on the green side, Allosaurus Shepherd makes your green spells uncounterable, and with Painter Servant in play, all your spells are uncounterable, including Natural Order, which lets you sack a green creature to search your deck for a green creature. And with Painter Servant in play, all your creatures are green. So you can get Iona and then name green, and then your opponent can't cast any spells because Iona doesn't let them cast green spells, and all spells are green. Those are the two most dedicated combos in the deck. You could also just cast a turn 2 or 3 Natural Order, get Progenitus, hope it's good enough. You can also Karn Great Creator, and there is Mycosnth Lattice in the sideboard. So there is a Karn package here. And then on top of the Karn package and Natural Order package, I also have 2 Karn Scion of Urza to complement the 4 Urza Saga. So there's a Construct Artifact Beatdown plan tucked into the deck as well. Plus Urza Saga can get Grindstone, which is half of your combo. So there's a couple of overlapping things here. Basically, the mana base has to be able to get to 4 mana very quickly and have a green creature in play when it gets there. So the full boat of Hierarchs and Birds of Paradise. I've split Allosaurus Shepherd and Veil of Summer because Veil plays around discard spells and certain removal spells where Shepherd doesn't, but Shepherd is much better against counter spells than Veil, so a little bit of Arnold Palmer there, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I have 1 Worldly Tutor in the deck as the 5th Painter Servant, basically. Search your library for a creature, reveal it, put it on top. This is the green one in the Vampiric Mystical Enlightened Tutor cycle. And it basically only gets Painter Servant, but if you have the Painter already and you just want to make spells uncounterable, I guess it wouldn't be uncounterable until it's in play, so never mind. But Worldly Tutor is Painter Servant number 5, basically. The Saga strategy, like, you can win without comboing at all. You could just make a couple of Construct tokens, Tutor Up Retrofitter Foundry, make them bigger. That will win games against certain slower blue decks. I have 1 Lion's Eye Diamond in the deck. This can be tutored with Urza Saga if you need a burst of mana to win with Grindstone or get something unbeatable with Karn. I didn't want to make that a whole plan, but it is nice to have 1. I played around with versions of the deck that had Mox Opal and 4 Tree of Tails instead of the basics Forest, but I think that having actual mana creatures fills that role better because you also have Natural Order. And, I mean, that's the deck. The sideboard is stuff you'd expect: Mindbreak Trap, Surgical Extraction, Force of Vigor, Choke. Just try not to lose to faster decks, lock out blue decks. The 4th Allosaurus Shepherd is there as well. And then a Karn package. We're just gonna have to let our draws decide where each game goes. Like, you can't decide this is a combo game. You just or this is a beatdown game. You just have to let each one manifest itself in your hand. So let's get into this and hope that we get to turn 4 mana early and often, and let's do it. I'm on the draw in the first round. My hand has a turn 2 Karn, Unfortunately, it has Iona, and there's no Brainstorm in the deck. There's no looting effect. Like, Iona's just in my hand if I decide to keep this. I am going to keep it, though. Getting to 4 mana quickly is the deck's whole raison d'etre, and I gotta roll with it if I have it. Like, imagine you mauled a 6. Would you keep this hand minus Iona? And if you would, if this is an acceptable 6, and it absolutely is, by the way, then you just keep this 7, and Iona's not part of the plan this game. Oh, are we playing against Turbo Depths? Not many decks have Vespian Stage and Lotus Petal in them anymore. Okay, I could get Progenitus on turn 2 instead, if I think that'll win the game. They also definitely think I'm Elves right now, for whatever that's worth. Oh, or we're just dead. Oh, we're not just dead. They need a Spirit Guide, but there's a good chance they have one. Yeah, if they have Spirit Guide, we just lose. And even if they don't have Spirit Guide, we still just lose, because if I get Progenitus right now, they do nothing, make a land drop, I attack them for 10, then they make Merit Lage, then I'm dead. I think I should go for Karn and try to dig for an answer to Merit Lage. If Karn can find the other Karn before I lose, I do have an Ensnaring Bridge in the deck, there is a Pithing Needle in the sideboard. I'm just digging at this point. I just don't think Progenitus is going to get it done. Exiled City of Traders and Birds of Paradise. Moment of truth. Here comes my Shep. Oh, wow, Birds of Paradise. That wasn't in my hand before, though, so never mind. I was about to say, if I had Birds of Paradise to chump for a turn, then Progenitus would win the race. But if they have Spirit Guide right now, none of this matters. Yep, they had Spirit Guide, sure. Lost to Turbo Depths in 2021. This isn't a popular deck anymore because of the prevalence of Uro, Prismatic Ending. Just, there's so many answers to this these days. We're just not playing any of them. Yeah, I basically have no plan at all for a Dark Depths deck except win first. And chumping with Birds of Paradise is on the table, I suppose. I do want Needle in the deck. I think that having it in is worth more than being able to Great Creator for it. Veil of Summer is actually good against the disruption they have. I don't think Iona is part of this plan. Like, that's just too ponderous. It takes too much time. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. All I can do is go fast and hope that it's good enough. On the play, I can Natural Order on turn 2. That's a keep. I lead on my bird, and then I turn 2, Natural Order for Progenitus. If they have a turn 2, I lose. If they have a turn 3, I win. If they have Thoughtseize, I probably also lose. If I draw a Spirit Guide, and which lets me play Allosaurus Shepherd and sack that to Natural Order, then I'll have Bird to chump Merit Lage for a turn, which would help win the race. Retrofitter Foundry could actually get there too with the help of Lion's Eye Diamond. Yeah, I might be able to chump. Ah, they had the Duress. Heartbreaker. My order is now unnatural. The good news is that Retrofitter Foundry is still a banger against what they're trying to do. Took my Natty, of course. Worldly Tutor, okay. If I play my Shepherd and my Foundry, I think I should just make a servo now with this extra floating mana off of the Ancient Tomb, and I'll run out the Lion's Eye Diamond as well. Having Worldly Tutor is pretty cool. If I find a Saga or a Grindstone, I have the path to victory now. And hopefully Foundry can buy some time along the way. Ooh, or I could just draw Painter. What does that even do? Worldly Tutor is only in the deck for Painter, so I could also get a backup Paint. Yeah, that really is only in the deck for Painter. And I just happen to draw 2 of them. Guess I'll attack. Here come my jerks. And I am going to play the Painter. Painting everything green could be dangerous because it makes their Force of Vigors better if they have them. But I think that is still my best line. There's the depths. They can make Merit Lage. I can block at least twice with this retrofitter. Needle. I'm gonna have to make a Thopter in response to Pithing Needle, or else I'm not gonna get to Thop. Hopefully they just name Grindstone and ignore all that. But that's definitely probably wrong. I guess they don't know my hand. The Grindstone off the top is pretty scary. Okay, they did name Grindstone. I get to continue developing with my Foundry. Alright, I'm Painter flooded, if that's a thing. I can attack with these creatures. Oh, alright, they had the block. Oh, multiple Spirit Guides. Okay. It looks like... Oh wow, Painter Servant being in play means they can Sejiri Step to get through my Thoppies. I hope they block Painter. Okay, good. That buys me a lot of time. This game is weird right now. I'm not going to play the other Painter. Now we're going to tread water for a while. Okay, so I can block here. And before it dies, I can turn it into a construct. I'm actually kind of outpacing them here. I don't think it's time to use the LED. It costs 3 to untap this. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'm one short of getting another servo. Yeah, there's nothing worth wishing for here either. Karn, huh? Are you any good? I could get Ensnaring Bridge. If I had Painter in play, I could get Grindstone. Yeah, maybe I attack, play Painter, and that turns on Sejiri Step, which is just such a beating. If I run out my Painter right now, I can chump with Bird, but then I can't play Karn. I might just have to get... Yeah, I think I just have to get the Ensnaring Bridge and hope it's good enough. So, sack LED. Fish for Bridge. Oh right, they still have the Needle on Grindstone. I'm over here planning for like a 2-turn line that I can kill with Karn. Jesus. Glad I didn't have the mana for it. That would have been embarrassing if I just ran right into that. Okay. They had no answer to Ensnaring Bridge, and they didn't even want to pretend that they did. That's extremely honest of them. They do have Needles, which means I might want my Forces. Or I could just let them Needle one thing, and that's a card out of their hand that's not making Merit Lage. Still think I don't want Iona. Soul Guide Lantern probably doesn't matter that much compared to the impact of Force of Vigor. And then this Veil probably doesn't matter much either. I'm on the draw, so I'm not going to be leaving up black very often, or leaving up green for their black discard spells very often. Okay. This is a weird one, but I'm in. If they Thoughtseize my Elvish Spirit Guide, I probably just lose. But I do have a turn 3 Painter plus Grindstone kill. I play Saga on 1, and then I play Ancient Tomb. Alright, Thoughtseizing me. Oh, I can Veil this. I think I should do that. What a blowout. I mean, that was my only green source, but still. Green mana is not really part of my plan here. Okay, Saga's in play. Okay, here we go. Let's see if they have a Merit Lage on turn 2. Blue-green Sylvan Scrying. Okay. This doesn't look like a turn 2 Merit Lage. Unless they have Petal also. Duressing me. Okay, Duress doesn't matter. That doesn't get anything important. The Painter is what matters. I cast Painter this turn, and then I can tutor Grindstone in the next main phase, and I'll have exactly 3 mana to activate it. Force of Vigor stops Pithing Needle from messing me up. I'm gonna name black, just so I don't turn on a Veil of, or a Force of Vigor by accident. This is a close one. If they have nothing, they're dead. If Thoughtseize is fine. If they have Thoughtseize and Pithing Needle, that's brutal. But then I get to tutor my Pithing Needle and name either Hex Mage or Depths, or not Depths, or Stage. Ooh. Took my bird. They must have a removal spell. Or they're just emptying my hand of everything. Okay, I think we did it, right? So now we tutor. Grindstone. Zappia. Oh, we got the GGs in the chat. Okay, just being a faster combo deck was good enough. I'm gonna get my attack in for good measure. Cholamu's boss. And Mono Green Painter, undefeated in Legacy. On to the next round. GG's. I'm on the play with kind of an interesting hand. This has 5 mana, no natural order, the Progenitus. Yeah, this actually isn't that interesting. I'm gonna mulligan it. I love when that happens, when you're like, oh, this is tough. Wait, no, it's not. Okay, I mean, Grindstone on 1, Painter on 2, draw a land, you're dead. Put them to the test. I'm in for that. We keep this bottom Iona. And just lead on Grindstone. No bluffs here. This is what I'm doing. This is more dangerous than it was 3 months ago, because Prismatic Ending is a card that exists now and just is in a lot of main decks. It is not a blue card, though. Okay, I think I want to Shepherd and Hierarch in that order. This sets me up for other options, like I could just start attacking for 1. Endurance does mess up the Painter Grindstone quite a bit, if this is an Endurance deck. That basically time walks my combo. Oh, it's not that at all. Well, they can't cast Show and Tell, or... Oh wait, no, they have Emrakul in their deck. They can totally cast Show and Tell whenever they want. Here's my Painter. Do they care? It sucks they're probably a deck with Emrakul in it, because otherwise this start would be incredible. There is a Tormod script in my sideboard that Karn can wish for, and that exiles their deck in response to Emrakul triggers. I'm gonna name green. Can't counter LED. Next turn they won't be able to counter Karn. You just need to draw a mana source, and then... So I need to survive this turn, then draw a mana source. This is tough, but all my spells are uncounterable now, so at least I got that going for me. Guess the danger of the combo is how many Emrakuls they run. Like if their plan was show Omniscience, cast Wild or Shared Summons, put Emrakul Grizzlebrand in hand. If they don't have a second Emrakul, or if all their Emrakuls are in their hand, all of that falls apart. Okay, attack for 2. They're at 18. Intuition's been cast. You got it. They're probably dead. Unless we get another turn. If they just like cast Show and Tell, put in Emrakul instead of Omniscience, and I get to untap and play Karn. And I know that's asking a lot. Like I don't have it rolled up, and it's unlikely that I even survive this turn at all. Okay, Show and Tell resolves. What do you got? I have nothing at all. They have Science. I have to just let them go for a little while on this Omniscience and just hope to somehow snipe them when there's no Emrakuls left in their deck. I don't know. And Cunning Wish is going to end this game, though. I just got out-comboed. Look at this draw, though. Like, this was a turn 3 win, with half of it being uncounterable against any deck that wasn't also killing me on turn 3. That's a pretty good one. Okay, they're going to wipe something away. Or they're just protecting from wipe away? Sure. I couldn't kill you anyway. I feel like that was a waste of a Cunning Wish when they could just... Unless they really do only have the one Emrakul. Ooh. We're getting Arc-Liched. Okay, I mean, we're dead in a variety of ways. Look how rolled up their hand was. They had a turn 3 Show and Tell Omniscience with double Cunning Wish ready to go. Nasty. Okay, what am I doing? I think I want Mindbreak Trap, Force of Vigor, Choke. Surgical doesn't do anything. I guess I could like slow mill them with Grindstone, or Surgical gets rid of Emrakul. off of one activation. I wouldn't get a second activation. Yeah, that's probably not great. But Soul Guide Lantern is out. What else is out? Iona and Progenitus are both kind of interesting to put in off of a show and tell, so I'm going to keep those. I think Retrofitter Foundry is going to go. I want my Shepherds. I don't really need Veils. Not compared to the other things I'm bringing in. I mean, Veil's fine. And I can put LED in this sideboard. Karn can still wish for it if I want it. Do I need all of my mana dorks? Do I need all of my 3 Shepherds? I think yes to all of that, because this is still a natural order deck. And the mana dorks are really important for the choke plan. Do I need Karn Scion? That is a 4-drop that doesn't even come close to winning the game in this matchup. Yeah, I think Karn Scion's gotta go. Maybe I bring in another Shepherd, or do I want the 1 Surgical? Surgical does not seem good, by the way. I'm not excited about having that card in my deck. I'm thinking that I probably just want the other Shepherd. That makes Choke uncounterable. I think Needle can name Grizzlebrand. Maybe that's better than the 4th Shepherd. Or I could just run it as it is. Yeah, let's go. Tough league so far, just running into back-to-back combo matchups. Ooh, there's the Choke, but I don't think I can keep this hand. The lack of green mana is a huge problem. Yeah, I'm gonna mulligan. Okay, I can keep this one. Does this hand do anything? I'm just like, yeah, Lance and Spells. Okay, I'm gonna keep, even though this hand needs some help, but it is all dressed up. It's all set up, ready to go. I'm gonna lead on Hierarch. If they want to force it, they can force it. But I want to get my mana under me. I don't think they would ever force that card. Guess it's time to draw Painter. Though there's still an Emrakul deck, I really didn't do anything to change that. I brought in the Surgical. Nope, I didn't bring in the Surgicals. I still have to wish for Karn. What the hell am I doing? I think I just, like, forgot that was part of the plan at all. That's weird. Oh, bummer. Grafdigger's Cage was a good one there. Okay, here's Shepherd. And, alright. This is what we're doing. It's time to beat down. Yeah, I think we've lost this one. Grafdigger's Cage is hateful. They already don't lose to Grindstone because they have Emrakul in their deck. My best plan in this matchup is a quick Iona, but the quick Iona needs to be backed up by Painter Servant or else it doesn't do anything. Like, I can't get Iona if Painter Servant's not in play. This is an elf, and so is this, though, so I can pay 6 mana to make these 5/5s, if that comes up. There is a surprisingly fast win condition available. It's not the worst card I've ever drawn. It's not great, though. I think I will play the Grindstone. There could be some world where just slow grinding them does anything. They did not shuffle with Ponder. Alright, now they shuffled. If they went into their turn without cracking Vista, I might have grinded them, like if they wanted 2 cards off that Ponder. With 7 cards in hand, if they show me Omniscience, I lose. Like, even through the Mindbreak Trap. I just have to hope they spend a little more time setting up than that. Alright, time for a slow grind. Let's see what you're working with. They could brainstorm in response to this and just punish me. But let's hope they don't do that. Birds of Paradise. They could have Ice Fang Coatl here. It does not have Death Touch right now, so I'm going to attack with Spirit Guide. The Exalted is the same 3 damage. If I get this bird into play, I can hard cast Mindbreak Trap on a future turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm now 1 mana short of activating my guy. That's still not a lethal attack, though. That's still only 10. They have the Intuition. That usually means the game is over. Wish I had Surgicals. I forgot that Surgical also messes with Intuition, which is an important card of the deck. I should definitely have my Surgicals in the deck right now. There's Show and Tell. I have nothing. Don't even have a land to put in. That's 1 spell. 2 spells. Oh, I'm going to Cunning Wish and just hope that the other 3 cards in their hand are completely blank. Or I'm going to Mindbreak Trap. If they have anything here, I am dead. Okay, their shared summons got exiled. Oh, they're also in a Lauren deck. This is cool. I mean, we're dead, but that was really cool. Okay. GG's. Yeah, that's sick. Well played. I got nothing for that, but we're dead. This drains me out forever. But awesome deck. That's a cool way to combine two strategies together, because like we saw game one, Azarak? Is that his name? Axarak is GG with Omniscience, the same way it's GG with Aloran. Yeah, that's good stuff. I hadn't seen that before. Next round. We're about halfway through the video, so let me just remind you that if you like this deck and you want to try it out, you can use the code BoshNRoll to support the channel while you shop for cards at tcgplayer.com, and you can play any deck anytime with cardhoarder.com loan account on Magic Online. These links are in the video description below. Now back to the league. I'm on the play in round number 3 against a Yorion deck. With the current Legacy metagame, I'm going to assume that Yorion is Death and Taxes. And unfortunately, I have the Grindstone, but not the Painter. I have functionally 4 Grindstones in my hand, and nothing good to do with them. I'm going to mulligan this. Okay, here we go. This is a fast Karn with Urza Saga hanging out behind it. I'm going to bottom Veil. I just don't think it's going to matter in this matchup. This is where they're like Bug Yori and Dragon combo or something, where Veil would be great. Cue the music. Nope, Plains confirmed. Swords to Plowshares on my bird. You monster. Okay, so I'm going to play my Shepherd and my Grindstone. Let's just get everything out there. Put it on the board. If I draw a Soul Land or a Spirit Guide, there's 12 live draws in my deck to put Karn on the stack this turn. Of course, Thalia would mess that up, but I have Urza Saga that can do stuff. Yeah, I'm advancing my board state this turn, whether it's one way or the other. Sure. Karn, the Great Creator. That's a pretty good card against Death and Taxes. I am going to need to find that mana, though. Probably should have attacked there. I'm never attacking again. It's all good, though. Make it work. Yikes. Gonna make my life pretty awkward. I'm gonna slow grind them. Nice 80 card deck. I'll show you what's what. So they port me now. It does slow me down. I'm still gonna give myself a chance to draw an Ancient Tomb. Nope, drew the Spirit Guide, of course. Needed that last turn. Wrecked. I will get 1 construct out of this Saga before it's gone. Or I could just tap it for mana, see what happens. Oh, yikes. Okay. Alright, so we're back to looking for Ancient Tomb. Painter. Interesting. I can Spirit Guide to Painter now, or I don't think I want them to know that I have that. I think if they're spending their mana boarding me every turn instead of advancing their board and clocking me, that favors the person who has GG hanging out behind. Flicker Wisp. That'll untap their port. Yeah, so now they are clocking me and they're boarding me. Sure. Once I have 3 mana, the port won't matter anymore. I'm on to action with that Ancient Tomb. Fuck. Do I just need to run my Painter out? I don't think that's the play. Yeah, this is a classic Port Wasteland against a person who's stumbling on mana game. I think Ancient Tomb still just pulls me back into the game though. City of Traders. Even I'll take a forest. Take a Mamma Jammin' Forest here. Okay. Jesus. Okay, here's Painter. I'm gonna name green. And now I win in my next upkeep. They have to remove Painter this turn. Umezawa's Jitte doesn't do it. Sword of Fire and Ice doesn't do it. It's gotta be Swords to Plowshares. Naturally, they have 2 of them. 80 card deck, don't worry about it. And now I'm getting beat down. This game's gonna end very quickly from here. Bird. Okay. Bird's in play. I can cast a Karn next... Nope. They have Thalia. I can't cast a Karn next turn. I think I'm gonna block Thalia. The Shepherd really isn't doing anything, and just absorbing 2 damage here is worth a lot. Land got tapped. Another Grindstone. That's definitely what I was looking for. We're just treading water. Ha! I have nothing to wasteland. Haven't drawn any lands. That'll show you. Oh, 2 turn clock. Yeah, I need to block now, because if they just pro-green before combat next turn with me at 5, I'm dead. I'm gonna take the block while I can get it. I should have grinded them at the end step. It's just free to do. I had the 3 mana. Doesn't really matter, but just saying. It did exist. Bird of Paradise again. Nah, we're dead. Yeah, I had the Painter. They had the second Plow. And, I mean, is what it is. If they were more on board, they'd be clocking me. Like, if they didn't have Plow, they'd have something better. So, it was reasonable to believe they had Plow, just how slow their hand was. I want my Force of Vigors in. That answers Spirit of the Labyrinth, various equipment, Vial, etc. I think I'd rather have Needle in the board for Karn to wish for it, though. No, I have Sagas too, so yeah, Needle should be in the main deck. Shepherd just doesn't matter. Shepherd's basically just a green creature to sacrifice, or Veil is worse than Shepherd. Okay, I have a lot of bad cards in this matchup. So Shepherds are going to come back in. They're at least bodies on the table, and they're green cards for Force of Vigor. Choke doesn't matter, Surgical doesn't matter. The rest of these cards are a wish board, so some light sideboarding here. Soulguide Lantern at least cantrips. Like, that's still, I think a cantrip is better than Allosaurus Shepherd in this matchup. But this is definitely the matchup where I'm trying to Progenitus quickly. They can answer an Iona with Caracas, so I have to be careful of that. Alright, this hand sucks. Extremely mana heavy, has the Progenitus in it, it's a mulligan. I think I actually keep this. I have 2 mana for Painter. The Saga can get Grindstone. I am keeping this. You can call me crazy. I deserve it, but I think I ship Karn. This is pretty susceptible to mana disruption, but I mean, welcome to this deck I'm playing. What are you gonna do? Okay, Vial. That's not Swords to Plowshares. Give it to me. Put it in my veins, as they say. Drawing a land there was excellent. So, Yavimaya, Hierarch. I think I slow roll the Painter. I think I just attack for 2, and then on my next turn, I float 1, tutor Grindstone. Yeah, I'm just gonna attack for 2. Just hide what I'm capable of. If they have Wasteland, I'm wrecked, like back to 0 basically, but at least I clocked while I could. Report doesn't do it. Has to be actual Wasteland or Swords to Plowshares. Because this deck also plays Solitude. They have a lot of answers, actually. Giver of Runes. Caracas is up. Mother of Runes. So it's Solitude or bust here. Drew Retrofitter Foundry. I think I just float green. What happens if I make a construct? I just lose immediately? Yeah, I don't want to lose immediately. I'm just going to float green. Get Grindstone. Play LED. Play Painter. I'm just going to go for it. If they have Solitude, waiting isn't going to make this game any better for me. Zap ya. Alright, we did it. Stressful stuff, but turn 3 comboed. We'll take it. Does anything change out of the sideboard? I don't think so. Nope. I had enough trouble sideboarding the first time. Gonna leave it alone. My opening 7 here is very bad. I'm gonna ship it. This one is pretty interesting. Wow, I wish this had a natural order in it. I'm gonna keep this, and you all can yell at me later. Because the mana in this hand is just so explosive that I'm in. Just sign me up. Leaving up white, this has to just be Swords to Plowshares, right? I'm gonna play a bird. Do I Spirit Guide for the second bird? I think I do. Because that's just cashing in short-term mana for long-term mana. If they have Phyrexian Revoker. I don't know. I quit. I'm done. Magic is cancelled. Uh-oh. Stoneforge Mystic. That's a card in their deck. Getting Cauldra. They're just trying to get this game over. Time to find a Grindstone. Okay, what do I do with this information? I could just play Elvish Spirit Guide, but I don't think that's it. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. That's enough to play Painter, play Grindstone, and activate Grindstone all at once. Still not convinced that putting Elvish Spirit Guide into play is great, but I am still doing it. Just get some material on the board. Here comes Cauldra, of course. Caldra's in for 5. I'm at 15. I'm on deck, time for a payoff. I didn't want that. I was after one of my Planeswalkers or just anything else, really. Cast another Spirit Guide. Might as well attack for 2. And then I'll get the Painter into play and name green. I'm past the point where I can try to slow roll or pretend anything. I just need all of my top decks to hit like a truck. F6, here we go. They have 6 cards in their hand. Karn the Great Creator is actually pretty excellent. I can plus on Cauldra Complete. I guess now they have Wasteland and Rishadan Port, that doesn't matter. If they're tapping their port, do they have Flicker Wisp? What's happening right now? A Karn Great Creator can turn Cauldra Complete into a 7/7 creature, and creatures can't be equipped to creatures, so it falls off, the germ dies. Then I just have to chump block a 7/7 for a turn, which I have plenty of random bodies around to do that with. Alright, this is getting a lot worse quickly. Get Batterskull, okay. Come on, deck. Help me out. Ugh, okay. All dressed up, nowhere to go. Are we dead? Do I concede? I guess I can't concede yet. They put in Batterskull on the end step. I'm not dead yet. Not porting me. I guess they have the Batterskull that I know about. I was about to say not porting me shows that they have a spell. Oh, Jesus. Okay. They had the Jitte. That one locked and loaded. Or locked but not loaded, I guess. I don't know how guns work, but half the thing, not the other half. That's alright. Rough beats. Maybe should have mulliganed that hand, but I have a lot of payoffs. Like, I was drawing to 6 Karns, 4 natural orders, 2 grindstones. So 4, 8, 10, 11, 12. 12 absolute bangers, and then Urza Saga sets up a couple turn line to win the game. So 16 great draws in the deck. Maybe that's not really that many, but it felt like I didn't want to go to 5 over that. Whatever. Next round. I'm on the draw in round number 4. This hand's got a lot of action and 1 piece of fast mana. I'm going to keep it. If I draw another piece of fast mana to turn 2 Karn, if I don't, it's just fine. Whatever. I can Veil of Summer on turn 0 again. That was fun when I did that against Depths. Uh-oh. Humans. Alright, well, I don't play very many of those non-creature spells. Ooh, yeah, I gotta run out Saga here. Okay, so I play Saga, and then I play Painter, and paint it green. This blocks their Esper Sentinel in the meantime, and then kills them on turn 3. Let's go, hope for the best, I'm committed. Humans does tend to be a Wasteland deck, though, so I just gotta hope that doesn't happen. Meddling Mage doesn't matter, I don't plan on casting Grindstone at all. Chosen card is Grindstone. I just need to not draw both of them in my next 2 draw steps. Okay, dodged. Don't waste me. Don't waste me. Veil of Summer actually protects me from Reflector Mage. This is so fucking funny. Alright. I think we're in there. Unless they're slow rolling the second main Wasteland. I will choose not to block. Okay, didn't have it. Float 1 colorless. Search for Grindstone. Getcha. Bang. Okay, their deck is now their graveyard, and they didn't concede in response, so we get a look. We got Esper Sentinel, Recruiter, Mother, Thalia. This is a Bant Soul Herder Humans deck. This is cool. See Caracas, so I can't count on Iona to do what I needed to. Progenitus will bring the ruckus for this deck. Okay, cool. Sideboard time. All I can do is combo them because I just... Alright, I have Ensnaring Bridge. Alright, I have Ensnaring Bridge and comboing, but I don't have anything resembling a fair plan. I think I actually cut the Iona because Progenitus is good enough. That's the one I'm going to get. And if I draw the Progenitus, fuck me, I guess, is what it is. I think I want to bring in the Needle. It can name Vial or Wasteland. I forgot to check if there are Wastelands in their deck. That's a pretty important thing to know. But I'm going to bring that in. What do I think their counter hate's going to be? They didn't see the natural order stuff. They just saw Forest and Painter. Do I think they're going to have like Null Rods? If they do, I guess Force of Vigor is also good against Vial, but Needle I can get with Saga. I don't think they're going to be countering my spells, so I am going to bring in the Force of Vigors and just try to combo them. I have Needle for Wasteland or Vial as needed, Force of Vigor if they have some Null Rod kind of shit, and then... But I am going to have to go fast. This is not a deck that's going to let me fart around. Wow, I've never seen a worse hand in my life. Mulligan. This is a good one. I'm going to keep... And I think I put Grindstone on the bottom. Or no, I can Worldly Tutor for Painter. There's two things I can do here. I can set up a turn 3 natural order, or I could set up a Painter later. What turn does the Painter happen? If I go land Grindstone, and then... Oh, I can turn 3 if I bottom the natural order? Okay. I'm just going for Painter. So I land Grindstone. Second turn, Worldly Tutor, draw Painter, land Spirit Guide Painter. Okay, there's the Grindstone. This is a turn 3 Goldfish again. They could Meddling Mage, naming Painter. That's actually a beating. Should have thought about that. Thalia. Okay. That slows me down a bit, but at least it's not Meddling Mage. Saga. Cool. Alright, I'm going to play Saga. Just get that second angle working. My plan is to Worldly Tutor for Painter in their end step, though. Oh, they do have Wasteland. Wrecked. Oh shit, I cast Veil of Summer instead of Worldly Tutor. Great, great, great. Yep, blinked for a second and just clicked on the wrong green 1-drop. Let's see if that Time Walk discard a card is gonna cost me the game. My life is pain. I'm not saying I don't deserve it, but my life is definitely pain. I could have also just played the Forest out of respect for the potential of Wasteland and just gotten ahead of that the whole time. Okay, here's the card I meant to cast last turn. Enjoy that. Yeah, Painter Servant. If I cast Painter this turn, that gives them chances to remove it. If I cast Bird this turn, I can Painter and immediately activate next turn. This gives them a chance to hit me with the Elite Spellbinder or Meddling Mage, but I think if they had either of those cards, they would have played them by now. I hope they tap out for Rick's Steadfast Leader. Oh, they are playing Spellbinder. Oh no, it's Recruiter for Meddling Mage. Shit. Okay, now I think I lose. I could still just draw Natural Order, I guess, and get Progenitus. Yeah, they just left mana untapped for a few turns, which makes me think they have answers in their hand, removal spells. And maybe their hand was just full of recruiters and lands, but just the way they played, it seemed like it was better to not put the painter into play right away. Imagine if I was just a turn ahead of this whole cycle because I cast the correct spell. That would be nice. Natural order. Karn. Karn wishes for Ensnaring Bridge and then chills out. It dies immediately, but worth it. Make sure I exile this and not cast it. And wishing for Ensnaring Bridge is a little awkward because I can't cast the Painter Servant in my hand, so I literally can't get Hellbent. Mangara, wow, okay. Yeah, we're dead. Don't need to see more of this one. Yeah, there was a misclick, cost me a turn cycle, which may or may not have cost me the game. Like, they were able to tutor for Meddling Mage using all their mana on the extra turn I gave them. So that hurts. Shake it off. Got a game 3 coming. They still haven't seen Natural Order. There's Progenitus in my opening hand, as usual. Gonna mulligan this. I'll keep this as a turn 2 Karn. Gonna send City of Traders to the bottom. Yeah, so this is turn 2 Karn, turn 3 Painter Grindstone. Hopefully they just lead on Aether Vial. And I get to bonus Karn value, incidental Karn value. Nope. Okay, here's Karn. Do I want to slow roll what I'm capable of or just start wishing? I think I want to make a wish. I'm gonna grab the Grindstone. If they have Thalia, I can't grind them next turn, but I do have 6 mana to Painter Grindstone if they don't have Thalia or Meddling Mage. Alright, Wasteland's pretty good. Oh, Thalia and Wasteland. Deal. Cool. They put some damage on Karn. That's okay. What is the sequence of this turn? I think that I play Painter and play Grindstone. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna play Painter. I'm gonna paint it green. Play Noble Hierarch. And play Grindstone. And plus Karn on Grindstone. Does that turn on Swords of Plowshares in a way that I don't like? I'm just gonna plus on nothing. And pass the turn. I'm pretty loaded up. And things can go wrong. I see that Wasteland in play. They have Thalia. But Meddling Mage doesn't stop me here. They would need onboard removal of some variety. Skyclave Apparition certainly fits the bill. Okay. I think they just punted. I chump and then win. Yeah. Chump. Okay. And then may reveal an artifact card you own from outside of the game or face up artifact card you own in exile. Exile. Okay, yeah. Give me that Painter Servant. And then you're dead. Yoink. Green. 1, 2, 3. Blast ya. Karn shit. Alright, their deck's gone. Urza Saga for good measure. You're up, Buttercup. We did it. Alright, that was a sick line. Just finally Karn showing up. Turn 2 Karn, winning games. As it should. GG's. On to the final round, playing for the positive record. On the draw, in the final round. Positive record on the line. I'm going to keep this hand. It has turn 2 Karn, or turn 3 Karn with Veil backup. Opponent's mulling to 5. That's either excellent or terrible. Like, decks that want to mull to 5 early and often tend to be bad against Karn the Great Creator. Like, if it's a combo deck that's just trying to find its pieces, or like Dredge or Hogak, Karn can arrive, wish for Tormod Script, and mess with decks like that. But if this is just like some blue deck. Alright, Urza Saga. It's probably a good sign. Oh my god. Yep, this is a good time to be a Karn deck. City of Traders. Don't need that. Okay, let's just hope we get to untap and jam Karn, because this is going to be really good against what they're doing. Mox Opal. Oh my god, they're passing the turn. They're passing the turn. We got some bad news for you, opponent. Make sure to exile that and not cast it. Karn. Instant concession, as you might expect. Yeah, for all of the earlier matches where I was like, oh, I have a turn 3 win, and my opponent just killed me on turn 3, my opponent here, like, obviously they're a deck that can cast Karn on turn 2. Okay, so there's some sort of artifact, probably combo-y, certainly value-y deck. I want my Force of Vigors. I doubt this is a Chalice of the Void deck because we saw Manifold Key. They could be a Karn deck in their own right. Oh, Force of Vigor is coming in. I think the Veil of Summers can go out. And we didn't see what else they're doing. Like, this could be an Urza deck we're playing against. It's impossible to know, but I think the Veil of Summer has the lowest or the highest downside of any of the cards. Like, Allosaurus Shepherd, even if it doesn't do anything else, is still a 1/1. And the rest of these cards, do I think they're going to actually be like echoing and spinning and really going nuts, or do I think they're a more fair deck? Maybe I should have Mindbreak Trap in, just in case. I can cut a Shepherd, and I haven't gotten to do the Iona thing once yet. And I don't think this is the match where it's going to be good. But I do want to leave it in just as a chance. I want to give her a chance to shine. I'm going to cut another Shepherd. I probably should cut Iona here, but I want a chance at this. This is another Karn hand. It's not currently accelerated, but I am going to keep this. Mox Opal. Storm is 1. Ancient Tomb. They've got a Lotus Petal. Wish I had Mindbreak Trap in my hand right now. LED. We're getting echoed. Mystic Forge. Okay. Yeah, definitely wish I had LED or Mindbreak Trap in that opener. Seems the explosive dumpstering of last game is changing hands this time. Though I do think that I win the game on the spot with a Mindbreak Trap or a Force of Vigor. But I guess I have no green cards to go with Force of Vigor. Not until I cast Painter anyway. I'm not going to concede this. Seems like they're out of gas for now. I think I have to lead on Forest, because Urza Saga will be gone before it can tap for mana for Karn, which is what I'm really worried about right now. 2 cards left in their hand. See how good this hand is, and how helpful the top of the deck is. That key was from hand. Oh, this is Urza. Oh, it's Karn. Okay. Karn Scion. Petal from the top of the deck. The Mystic Forge can tap, and Karn Scion can plus to clear top cards from here. I'm thinking this hand was a terrible keep, by the way. I think I got excited by seeing Karn and just didn't actually register that I don't have a real play until turn 4 on the draw. This was not a good keep. They exiled Mesmeric Orb. They don't want that one. So this must be an Echo deck if they have Mesmeric Orb in the deck. That's whenever a permanent becomes untapped, its controller mills one. Oh yeah, there's Echo right there. I can literally see it. Got it. Yes, this is an Echo deck, and they seem pretty dedicated to the combo. Right, Karn. Oh god. You can have this Ancient Tomb. They exiled a Karn, Great Creator. That's rough. It's gonna be hard to beat. They found a Grim Monolith off the top of the deck. That gets them deeper with their keys and their forge. Mesmeric Orb, alright. What can I even draw? It has to be Force of Vigor, I guess, to have any chance at all, and even that's pretty low. Yeah, every time they use a key. Alright, there's Basalt Monolith. They can mill their whole deck with Monolith as many times as they like. Of course. Heartbreaker. 1 mana short. I'm gonna cast Painter. I'm gonna paint it green. And then pass the turn and hope I'm still alive somehow. Oh, but they can Lattice this turn. And yeah, they just have all of the mana heads up. Just Monolith. Oh, Basalt Monolith. Alright, so now they mill their whole deck. Because Basalt Monolith taps for 3, and then you can untap it for 3. And with Orb, you get to mill a bunch. I'm going to let them do this for a little while. If they don't go for that Karn, then I might still win this game. But they... And I also want to see more information. Like, I'm not just playing to the clock, because in this meme matchup here in the final round of this 2-2 league. I really don't care about winning that much, but I do want more information about what they're doing. Petal, Key, LED, Opal. Yeah, they can cast their whole deck because Monolith just clears any card they can't cast right away. And if they Echo, I do have Mindbreak Trap in my deck, so I guess I do have to keep actually playing, even though if they just go Karn Lattice and they don't Echo ever, they win. But I'm going to give them the opportunity to mess this up, I guess. Oh wow, Karn Scion just made a 12/12 instead of getting Karn Great Creator from the Exile Zone. It has a silver counter on it. Bold strategy. We'll see if it works out for them. I assume with the ability to draw and cast your entire deck this turn, you'll be able to find another Karn, but they literally had one just right there. I actually made that same mistake in the Eternal Weekend that I won in a Swiss round. I lost one of my Swiss rounds where I had Karn Scion in play, and I was desperately digging for Flusterstorm, and I plussed Karn, not realizing that there's already a Flusterstorm exiled from a previous turn. Oh my god. They've passed the turn. What the hell? Milled 2 natural orders. You got me. Okay, Karn. Great Creators in play. Whoops. View my sideboard. What do I want to do with the sideboard? Probably get Ensnaring Bridge and then the game is mostly over. Or I get Tormod's Crypt, bomb their Echo, and then next turn get Ensnaring Bridge. So Crypt. Clear that Echo. Or I should have waited till they're untapped step. They're going to mill. Oh no, all their stuff is untapped that can't be untapped. Okay. So I have to chump with Painter, and then Karn gets Ensnaring Bridge, locks down their constructs, and then we chill out for a while. That's why you always make them play it out, because sometimes they mess up. And I have Painter in hand and Saga that can get Grindstone a few turns from now. Oh, Jesus. All right. The battle's on. They had a second Karn of their own. If I draw fast mana, or Lattice doesn't matter. Lattice is actually terrible because they also have a Karn in play. Ooh, this is ugly. Are we just gonna... No, they've milled so many more cards than me. I don't think we can go to a draw. Weird game. Don't like it. Wait, do I have enough mana to just win? 1, 2, 3, 4... Oh no, because they have Karn. I obviously can't just win. Not possible. Mycosnth Lattice is in their hand. Guess it's time to find a Force of Vigor. Retrofitter Foundry, not helpful. Okay, so I'm gonna Wish with Karn and get Ensnaring Bridge. And I think the game ends, right? Like, what the hell? Like, neither of us are going to be able to do anything because we both have a Karn in play. And if they Lattice, then everything's an artifact. Alright, I'm just going to try to get cards out of my hand right now while I still can. And then, okay. I think they're going to mill out to their own thing first. If they cast the Lattice, they lose because they have a smaller deck than me. Yeah, you can have Crystal Vein. They keep plussing their Karn. This is strange behavior for my opponent. I think they're ahead if they don't mess this up. But, like we've said on previous turns, anything's possible. Always play it out. Okay, they made Mystic Forge into a 4/4 creature. Pass through combat because they can't attack. I will be able to get my hand pretty low. And then the way that they can win this game if they cast Lattice is if I draw more non-land cards than I can empty, and they eventually start attacking with their creatures. I just have to be careful about tapping my permanents because I don't want to let them pull ahead on cards in deck with Mesmeric Orb, which at this point I'm not convinced is particularly possible. I wonder if they have a non-artifact blue source in their deck. But if they Lattice, then they definitely won't because it turns off everyone's everything, including their own. Like Walking Ballista doesn't matter. Spine of Ishsa or Meteor Golem could win this game for them, I guess. But can it do it fast enough? Wretched Bomb doesn't matter. Anything that activates doesn't matter. I don't know. We'll see. Also, if it comes down to milling, it's important to remember that my deck has Progenitus in it. That boy is unmillable. It's also a gigantic painful brick if it ends up in my hand with this Ensnaring Bridge. After an extremely long pause in my opponent's end step, I get to mill 3, untap, draw. City of Traders, I don't think I want that, not yet. I'm gonna destroy their Lion's Eye Diamond, just in case they draw an Echo and remove my card somehow, both of which seem unlikely, but I just don't want that to be an out that's available. I'm gonna play Painter and name Green. That lets me pitch these lands if I draw Force of Vigor. Also gives me another blocker. Now we're back to their turn again, and they didn't mill anything. I'm still 22 cards up on them in deck. I am supremely certain that they messed up that turn they passed the turn. They could have cast Karn, they could have milled their whole deck and echoed a few times. Like, there was no reason to just make a 12-12 and pass. That was not the way to play your combo deck. People in the comments, you should be proud of me. I am critiquing my opponent's combo deck for not just jamming. I frequently get accused of playing combo decks like a control player, and I should just jam more. Well, I have learned, and I am now benefiting from my opponent doing the same thing. They've plussed Great Creator, or plussed Scion. They are determined to dig through the entire deck as quickly as possible. I don't know if they don't realize this is a decking game at this point, or if they just don't care. Or they might just have some master plan, some card that I am unaware of that can let them win instead of lose. But even if they do play like an Elixir of Immortality or some shit, that I guess they could have an Emrakul in their deck, like technically. If their plan is to mill themselves anyway. Oh shit, that actually is a big problem. Sky Sovereign? Yeah, that kills my Karn, unlocks. Okay, alright, I found their line. Mindbreak Trap. Is that a good draw? I don't think so. Okay, so what can I do? Like, I'm gonna lose my Karn next turn. They have to take some damage to do it. Is there anything I can do to stop the Sky Sovereign from obliterating me? But I still just get... Oh, no, but then they're able to Echo. I think I play my other Saga. And I zap Mox Opal. Is that the one I want to remove? Petal Opal. Yeah, I'll take out the Opal. And then play a backup Painter. Paint everything green again. Yeah, my Karn is one turn behind theirs as far as getting out of Sky Sovereign range. They're going to be able to kill my Karn this turn. Okay, yeah, they did have a plan all along. If they spend a turn Sovereigning... Oh, they're Sovereigning my Ensnaring Bridge, not my Karn. I don't agree with that, but it is cool. Do they not know this can hit Planeswalkers? Or do they just figure they can take out my Planeswalker next turn? Which isn't true, because the Crew is an activated ability. Okay, I mean, this is pretty cool. I think I would prefer them going after my bridge to my Karn. Now I can chump, find Grindstone, attack their Karn. They do have a Saga, so they have one blocker available. Okay, I'm gonna block with my Hierarch and one of my Painters. Those are the blocks there. And then make a construct. They can make one. Oh, they still have their Karn Scion activation. Okay, no, they're good. So I'm trying to draw the Force. I'm always trying to draw Force. That's not Force. Okay. I'm gonna have to go 1, 2, make a construct, tutor up Grindstone, play my land. I don't have a good attack. Is there anything good to wish for? I can wish for Pithing Needle, name Karn Great Creator, but they can stick me under Lattice this turn, and I actually am dead to that. I think they've done it. Yeah, I can attack their Karn. Yeah, but it's at 3. I'm not even close to succeeding there. I think I'm just going to destroy one of their Lotus Petals, make their constructs a little smaller. And it doesn't matter. I have lost this game for sure. Yeah, their Karn is more effective. I mean, they just have more Karns than me is the problem here. So I might be able to mill them out. If I can just keep my Karn alive, they might die. And depending on how aggressive they get here. And they'll need blue mana. Okay, I'm going to make a construct in response to their Saga trigger. I don't want them to get Needle and name Saga and just brick me. But they have 6 cards left in their deck and no blue mana. If they make a construct, that's tapping 3 permanents. If they attack, that's 3 more tapped permanents. And if they don't have blue mana to echo, I've actually used my Karn to pick off all of their blue mana over the course of this game. So on top of, I got that going for me too. All right, maybe we are winning this game. This is a weird one. And Crew is an activated ability, so they can't suit up their thing. I'm gonna make another construct to block with. And then F6. Go ahead. What you got? They got 5 cards left in their deck. If they attack with everything, I chump with everything, they have 1 card left in their deck on their turn. That's pretty good. If they spewed their Karn Scion to make another token, I think they're going to just get over the finish line here. Though they did spend an additional 11 minutes over me. Oh, right, Karn can plus this. Yeah, I totally forgot about that. Yeah, Karn animating Sky Sovereign just gets in, kills my Karn. Then they can make blue. Yeah, shit. I got so excited for no reason. So if Sky Sovereign attacks, Karn shoots Painter. I've honestly lost track. Is this game 2? This is the game 2 where they messed up, right? And should have killed me a lot faster than they did. Okay, they've sent all of their attackers at Karn, which is completely unnecessary. The Sky Sovereign already had it beat. So they get to do what they're going to do for a turn. And they have 3.5 minutes left on their clock to do it. And we still have a game 3 to play, I think. Right? There is an echo in the graveyard. But if they echo, that's more looks at my Karns, that's more looks at my Mindbreak traps. They've already activated their Karn this turn. I think I'd concede this game in paper, but I'm going to make them do it. Oh, right. They had that in their hand the whole time as well. They should stop casting spells right now. Okay, they have echoed, and they're still casting spells. And I mill a bunch. Alright, my Saga triggers. I can get Tormod's Crypt, hell yeah. That is an artifact, so is this. So is this. Yeah, they're realizing that I can attack their Karn, but they get an extra... Yeah, they got 1 more construct than I have attackers, or we have the same amount, but... Okay, let's see if they want to echo again with their remaining 2 minutes. Is this game 3? I literally don't even know. I've completely lost track. Alright, I take 118. Are we sideboarding or is the round over? Okay, we are sideboarding. Oh, that was a weird one. Okay. I think Echo is a big enough part of their plan that I do want the Surgicals. I do like the Natural Order for Iona. I am leaving that in. I think Surgical's better than Soul Guide Lantern, because one of them's an artifact and the other isn't. This is a Karn Mirror. Now we know that for sure. And I don't think I need Shepherd. Okay, here's my deck. I gotta keep a fast one. I can't keep a turn 4 Karn again. I'm on the play. I have not a sufficient amount of mana. Yeah, this is a little short. If this was a forest instead of an Elvish Spirit Guide, I would keep this hand, but I'm going to mulligan this as it is. Okay, I have a turn 2 Karn. That's what we want, right? Yeah, Birds of Paradise is 1 jump, Ancient Tomb is another jump. Keep this, send Retrofitter Foundry. Because I think the LED is just too good with Karn. Birds of Paradise. Let's go. Don't kill me. Crystal Vein, Mox. Passing the turn. Are we going to get the GG turn 2 Karn? Gets to kill their Mox. Just straight up, snipe it. Thrilling. Okay. And I have other Karn to back this up. They can sack all their lands to play their own Karn here. Oh, wow. Wow. We're doing it. Okay, so they made a 1/1. They haven't seen Karn Scion on me yet. This could come as a surprise. I'm gonna get the liquid metal coating. I guess I just get Lattice, right? That's the play. I get Lattice, my Karn takes 2, and then I play Karn Scion next turn and the game is over. Lattice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so this goes to a 2/2 because they also have a... because now Karn is an artifact. My Karn takes 2, and then I play Karn, and I make a XX, where X is my permanence, and then the game is over. Okay, the game is over. They see where that's going. Positive record with Mono Green Painter. That's a treasure chest in the bank for this one. I believe that the sideboard needs some work. Like, the mono green offerings are pretty slim, but I think that the deck is already built so hard to beat fair decks, like just overpowering them with the fast mana, the shepherds, and the veils, that the chokes are not where the deck wants to be. I think you got to get rid of those and do more stuff for combo there. Unfortunately, this deck can't play Null Rod. Heartbreaker, I know. That's exactly what I'd be looking for. But maybe there's a world where we can play Chalice of the Void, because we do have Shepherd and a diverse set of mana costs. Like, the only 1-drops we have are the Mana Dorks and Saga targets. Chalice on 0 also doesn't hurt us that bad. We have the 1 LED in the deck, which is mostly a Saga target. So I don't think that playing Chalice would be that hurtful. But these 3 slots right here, the 2 chokes and the Shepherd, should be more combo hate. You could just play more Mindbreak Traps, more Surgicals. You could have 4 Ley Lines of the Void in there. I don't think that's where you want to be, though. That seems like a lot of hate for matchups that should be beatable anyway. I do like the main deck Soul Guide Lantern, that if I had a little more time against the Show and Tell Emrakul deck, Soul Guide Lantern does let you mill them out and exile their graveyard, so that main deck package does exist. There might be a way to flesh out the Worldly Tutor package. Like, the game where I drew this when I already had 2 painters was just embarrassing. Though, maybe you just want a different card here than Worldly Tutor, or you just want some value creature like Tireless Tracker or Raminette Excavator. I don't know. Like, just some green thing you can get instead of being stuck on Painter. Those are my thoughts for the deck. Unfortunately, we didn't get to Iona anyone. That's actually really hard to pull off, because you need Painter Servant in play, naming green, and another creature to sacrifice to the natural order, and then Iona has to come in and name green. Like, that is a lot to ask. That might be too cute. Like, if you just really want to be mono green Painter, I think you could dedicate more fast mana. Like, this deck can support Mox Opal. If you just turn these forests into Tree of Tales, turn Iona into a Mox Opal, you probably turn some of your Spirit Guides into Mox Opals, the Worldly Tutor. Like, there's ways to build this deck with faster mana than it currently has also, and it would be a little less cute. the natural order is like kind of the point of being mono green painter. I think everything that red is doing is better for the painter shell than green. So you do want the natural order, but Iona might be too cute. Progenitus is definitely still great. Yeah, those are my thoughts. You could make this faster, you could have more Mox Opals, put more combo hate in the sideboard. That's what I think about this deck. We got a positive record with it. I'll take that all day, every day. Thank you all for watching. This has been Mono Green Painter. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Hit up the Patreon or YouTube membership if you want to add additional support to the channel. There's merch. There's a TCG Player affiliate link if you're shopping for cards. If you want to go build this deck and help my channel while you do it, click that link. Thank you all for watching. Like and subscribe. See you next time.